Alrighty, guys, this is part two. I went upstairs to get another coffee myself. Yeah. Yeah, that's how crazy of a buzz looking at Fresenius. Something crazy. Crazy worldwide buzz for Zanus. Looking at crazy worldwide buzz for Zanus. Something like you never experienced before. Looking at crazy worldwide buzz. Yeah, man. Something crazy. Crazy worldwide buzz. You're looking at for Zanus. Looking at crazy worldwide buzz. With Ivan, yeah, crazy worldwide buzz that you've never experienced before. Something crazy. Looking at crazy worldwide buzz, man. Something crazy, yeah. I might make a 1 hour video, guys. I don't know if I'm going to make a full video. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough energy to talk for an hour and a half, but yeah, and Peter or Mel Gibson, the actors, will need part of that buzz with me, man. The world tour for Zanus. They're going to be part of that buzz with me. That's why they're all going to beg. See, Ivan, please, can I be in your Great Escape and your Matrix? I'm like, no, you're not good for those movies. You can't be selfish. Can't be selfish. Yeah. You can't be selfish. You can't be selfish. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have crazy white buzz, man. So once I sign Peter to that deal, obviously, I'll what? I'll take him out to tonight's dinner at Boston Pizza in Vancouver. I'll send him home, and then he'll fly back to Vancouver with his wife, Barry Osborne, George Lucas, and my 3 concert artists. So John Howe, Alan Lee, and the one who drew for Pennywise the Clown. They'll be my 3 concert artists for my movie, and they're gonna draw hundreds of pictures. So it's a lot of work. I'll sign those guys to a nice like $200,000 deal. It's a good deal for them. They'll make that in Hollywood. John Howe and Alan Lee probably make maybe $50K in Hollywood, $40K in Hollywood drawing pictures. Because they're big concert art people, they probably maybe bargain for maybe 75, 100K maybe in Hollywood. Pay them a nice 200K. Good paycheck for them to draw. You can pay them a 70,000 signing bonus. Or I can pay them a 100 grand signing bonus. And you split the remaining of their salary for the other years. Because they won't be working that much, right? So pay them the most money during the 6 months. And then you pay them small, modest amounts for the other 2 years. You can have them oversee some of the set building, all that stuff. You pay them a little bit of money for that. The way they work hard for you. They draw amazing pictures for your world and your characters. Peter will be flown with his wife, Fran. I'll hire his wife, Fran. Okay, Peter, I'll have your wife, Fran, help me out with the business call. She'll be my assistant producer. You can also have her help you with the notes with your script if you want. She co-wrote The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings with you. You can have her help you, Peter, if you want. And then Guillermo del Toro will help you with your notes, obviously, for the script. Peter will ask me, Ivan, do you want my wife helping you write the script? I know, Peter, we have 3 co-writers. We don't need 6 co-writers. That's crazy. I have you, and I have Jon Favreau, if only help me out. It's more than enough. I don't need any more help. I have your brilliant mind, Jon Favreau, if only brilliant mind. You have my creative mind. This is more than enough people. 4 co-writers is more than enough for the script. We don't need any more writers. Ivan, I'll have your wife, Fran, focus on helping my 17 make the business calls. And I'll pay her a nice $1 million salary. That's a good paycheck for her. And I'll have Barry help out my 17, pay him a nice $850,000. It's a good deal for Barry Osmond. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. And George Lucas will be consulting, obviously, and then John Howe, Alan Lee, and all them, and the one who drew for Hamilton, they'll be drawing the pictures for the world building and the characters and the weapons and clothing. See what I'm saying? So say, oh, she's saying, yeah. Obviously. So Peter will get his 10 mil signing bonus. What I'll do is I will split his money during the 3 years of pre-production. That way he gets paid every year. Or I'm gonna ask him, Peter, what deal works best for you? Do you want me to just pay your full 10 million signing bonus? And the whole thing gets deposited. I don't know, your $7 million gets deposited into your bank with your New Zealand rates, right? Your $7 million gets deposited into your $6.8 million gets deposited into your New Zealand bank account, and I'm saying, and for the 3 years, or do you want me to split your bonus in over the 3 years? Ivan, I don't know, just pay me the full bonus right away. Yeah, if I pay you your 10 million, that's like 13 million New Zealand money. You're gonna make your, I don't know, 7 million after taxes with your agent. $7 million is more than enough for 3 years worth of work. Ivan, that's a good deal. $7 million is a nice deal for 3 years worth of work, Ivan. That's a nice deal, yes. Or I can split your money in half. I can pay you $7 million for the first year to work on the script, help me with the main calls, take your notes through the consults with me, consult with 17, going over the script, obviously. In the second year, I can pay you like $1 million to oversee some of the stuff in Switzerland, like the extras. You know what I'm saying? Have him oversee some of that. The people, the crewmen building the sets, creating the print mass, obviously, and creating all the costumes and the weapons, like the Weta Digital. You can have Peter oversee some of that. Pay him $1 million for that year. In the third year, you pay him $2 million for pre-production. The way he's getting his bi-weekly check every 2 weeks, or you can just pay him. Somebody tells you, Peter might just tell me, "All right, even just give me the $10 million. You don't need to split my money. Like $10 million is more than enough for me to last for 3 years. I'm already rich. I have hundreds of millions in my bank. $10 million is a good deal, Ivan, for pre-production. That's a nice deal. That's how much he made for the whole project of Lord of the Rings. I'm paying you that for pre-production alone. So you get your $10 million for the 3 years of pre-production, which is a nice paycheck. You're gonna make, I don't know, $6.87 million in your bank. That's a nice paycheck for 3 years worth of work. Like Peter, the second year and third year, you won't be doing that much work. You're just gonna be overseeing stuff. Overseeing some of the stuff in Switzerland, you know what I'm saying? The third year, Peter Jackson will barely be working. All he has to do is just oversee stuff in Switzerland. Okay, did the trailers come in? Did the portable bathrooms come in? Did all the food come in? And my 17 and Fran and Barry Osmond are helping him out. And I'll have other assistants and I'll have other supervisors and crewmen help out those guys too. Because Peter has a lot of help. Yeah, I'm like, Peter, but I don't want you to be lazy when you oversee stuff in Switzerland the second and third year, man. You know what I'm saying? I won't have you do dirty work, but it doesn't hurt to help out like Barry and like your wife and and my 17. Don't be lazy, Peter. I don't pay you $10 million for nothing. I pay you $10 million. I expect you to work hard. I don't worry about it. Work hard. Yeah, work hard. Help him out a little bit, Peter. You're the boss. I won't have you do as much dirty work, but because I pay you money, man, I expect you to work a little bit, man. Work pretty hard. Work pretty hard. Help out your wife. Help out Barry Osmond. Help out my 17 when you're overseeing everything in Switzerland the third year and some of the stuff. The second year, my 17 will be in the office with working, making a lot of calls, whilst Peter Guillermo Toro will be overseeing. I'll have him, Guillermo Toro, Fran, and Barry Osmond oversee the stuff in Switzerland the second year. So once I do the takeouts of all the stars the second year, and Peter Jackson met all the actors, I'll send Peter home for maybe a good month or two, and within like 2 months later on, I'll have him flown to Switzerland. And I'm going to have the construction guys, Weta Workshop, the people overseeing the extras, I'm saying, the costume designers start working in Switzerland, obviously. And Peter and Guillermo Toro, you can have them oversee some of that, and you pay, you have them oversee some of that. You do some of that for Peter, obviously. And the third year, he'll be overseeing all the stuff too, for the pre-production. It's a lot of work. He'll be overseeing the business, obviously. Like, Peter, help out your wife, help out Barry Osmond, help out 17. Don't be lazy, man. Yes, you don't have to do as much dirty work as I am, but it doesn't hurt to help him out a little bit. I pay you $10 million. I expect you to work hard. Oh, I don't worry about our work. Yes, I expect you to work every day. I don't want you slacking off, man. Yes, you'll be doing the amount of work they're doing is nothing about how much you're doing. The amount of work they're doing, the work you're doing is slack work about how much they're doing, because you're the boss, obviously. But like, don't take advantage of your power, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Help out the 17 guy. I don't worry about helping him out. He'll help him out, because I pay him a lot. I pay him his $10 million, and I pay him. He knows he's gonna. I pay him a lot of money. I'm spoiling him. He'll work hard. He won't slack off, Peter. He'll work hard. There'll be some days where he might kick back a little bit. He's a little lazy, obviously. But because I pay him his $10 million and he doesn't want to fuck my movie, he will work hard. He will work hard. He will help out my 7 team with overseeing all the businesses. His wife, Barry Osmond, will help him out. He'll help him out, obviously. Is there? Yeah, so Peter gets his 10 mil signing bonus for pre-production, and he'll help me co-write the script. So what I'll do is I'm gonna buy a professional notebook, and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna have a pencil with me, and I'm gonna write the script by hand on my notebook. And once I have my lunch break, I'll hire a fast writer. While I'm doing the concert, he writes down what we wrote down for that day, and he types it on my computer. And then once the day is over with, it's 5 o'clock, everyone's done work. Have John Farrell if only print a copy of the script, and you give it to Peter. That way he can take his notes in his hotel room. And I'll tell Peter, do you want me to buy you notebooks, or you want to buy it yourself? I can buy it myself. Yeah, I pay your time bonus. You're already rich. You can easily spend a good, I don't know, $30-$40 and buy yourself a nice notebook for yourself. You can go to the dollar store if you want and get a notebook at the dollar store if you want. You don't have to get, or you can go to Staples and get the best notebooks possible. And Peter takes his notes. Like, Peter, I recommend you take your notes with a pencil. That way, if you make errors, you can just erase it. Like, when I write the script, I'm going to write it with a pencil. That way, if I don't like a scene, I can just erase it with my pencil. Whereas pen, you can't erase it, right? You can't erase pen, obviously. Hence why what? Like, Peter, I concentrate much better when I write on pencil on my notebook. George Lucas did that for his scripts. If you see the behind the scenes, you know how George Lucas wrote his scripts on a notebook with a pencil, yeah? Because you concentrate much better. When you write on a laptop or computer, you have distractions. You can't think. You can't think as well. You can't focus as well. Yeah, Ivan, you're right. You focus much better when you write on pen to paper, yes. And that's why I'm going to write on pen to paper first. And I'll buy a professional notebook for myself. Buy dozens of notebooks, and I'll use that to write to write my script. And I'll have someone type it out for me when I do the concerts. That way me and Peter are not stressed out. Okay, Peter, don't worry, Peter. We don't have to type out what we wrote down. I'll hire someone to type it out for me. Pay that guy a nice, I don't know, to type out your script for the 6 months. Pay him a good 15 grand for it. Good paycheck for the guy. Pay the guy. Okay, I'll pay you 15 grand to type up my whole script. If he wants like 50 grand, look, man, you rip me off. I'm not gonna pay you 50 grand for it. No. I'll pay you a good 15 grand. It's a good paycheck. Good part-time work for you. Good part-time job for you. Every afternoon, you write the script. You type it on my computer in my office. So while I'm doing the calls, also appearing with Motora and VJ and all them, the typer is in my office typing out what we wrote down for that day on my computer. And because I gave him 4.5 hours, he'll be able to type out the whole thing in 4.5 hours. The chances are I'm only going to write a good 2 to 3 pages every day. In a good hour and a half, you can type the whole thing out. Hour and a half, 2 hours, you can type the whole thing out. So I'm saying, I'm going to tell the guy, look, man, every time you type this, whenever you're done, make sure you save the file. Save the file. So I'm going to buy a USB, save it on my USB. Save it on my desktop on my computer, and when I go home, I'll save it on my file on my Hotmail. That way I know my file is saved. There's nothing worse than writing a script if you found your file got deleted. No, you need to save your file, obviously. So Peter will help me help me what? He'll help me co-write the script, obviously, every morning from 9 to 12. We get 2 50-minute breaks. And at 12 o'clock, everyone eats their lunch for an hour. And then from 1 to 5, we do the console art meetings in the other building. While Fran, Barry Osmond, and my 17 are making all those calls, I'm doing the console arts with Peter Guillermo del Toro and George Lucas. George Lucas is more than happy to join if he wants. We're going to do the concept arts for the world building and the characters. Slack work, obviously. And then Peter will help me make the calls for the main, like, 9 things. Because he's your executive producer, have him help me make the calls for the main things for the movie. The only main thing Peter will not help me make the calls for is the sets. The sets, I prefer to have my Jon Favreau and Nivoli make the calls for that. But that we won't make the calls for sets until, like, towards the end of the year. Because we need to do the concept arts first, know what our land looks like and everything before we make all those calls for the sets. Buying all the trees, all the wood, all that stuff. It's a lot of work, obviously. So Peter will help me make the calls for a luxury hotel party at the Bergenzark Hotel, that beautiful luxury hotel, yes, and the 2-day party event at the hotel. My deal for the organizers and the owner was a $10.1 million deal for the red carpet event, obviously, and the 2-day party event. So what? Okay, I want billboards around the hotel and around that city, around the city, around the city. That way you build buzz for the red carpet, obviously. You're looking at a huge, like, city parade, man, something crazy. But the red carpet gets featured at the hotel, but, like, in terms of, like, the fans looking at the whole city cheering us on, something crazy. I want billboards at the hotel for the red carpet. Obviously, where all my stars are featured, obviously, on the pictures. And I want a couple of billboards in the city. That way it builds buzz for my movie, obviously. And I'll give you $10.1 million for it. If it costs you a bit more money to do that, I can give you $11.1. I don't mind giving you an extra $1 million. But anything over $11.1 million will rip me off. I'm not going any higher than that. $10.1 million is my deal is my deal. It only costs you maybe, I don't know, $800,000, $1 million for a 4-hour event and a 2-day party, all you drink alcohol. The rest of the millions you can pocket for yourself. I gave you a good deal. I want you to hire a good 13, 14 photographers to take pictures with my 3. That way you have a good, like, 17 photographers taking pictures at the red carpet event. But don't hire 50 like Hollywood. No, that's crazy. Hire a good 14 photographers to take pictures with my 3. 17 photographers is enough for the red carpet. And make sure you rent, like, good quality, like, $6,000, $4,000, $3,000 cameras for the red carpet. Also, you want professional cameras, yes. Don't have them take pictures with cheap cameras. No. Professional cameras that they use in Hollywood. I was just saying, yeah. Professional $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 cameras. Rent it for... All you have to do is just rent it for a good, like, 4 hours. It won't cost you much. And how much you want to pay the photographers is none of my business. They'll probably pay, because they're cheap, they'll probably pay the photographers a good $250. You want to pay them a good $250, pay them a good $250 to take pictures for a good 4 hours. Most photographers will gladly take pictures for $250 for a couple hours. That's a good paycheck for them. And they'll take pictures with my 3 for the red carpet event. And don't worry, guys, my photographers will take all the pictures for the billboards. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hire a design company to design the Sky Source background, this Amazon background for the red carpet pictures, the background right. We have to hire a company for that. We'll send you guys all the pictures for the billboards, and you guys have to pay for the billboards, obviously, the pictures being put on the billboards. Well, I'll send you the files for the pictures. As with $10.1 million budget is more than enough for you guys to pay for this. I gave you $10 million. This is enough. Yeah, I haven't enough yet. It's enough for you to fund the project. I want all you can drink alcohol for the party. I want buffets for breakfast, lunch, and dinner when the crewmen actors stay in the hotel. I want you to hire DJs. And I want it to be an inside and out party. Ivan, like inside and out, like people drinking in the pool inside. Yeah, an inside and out crazy party. People drinking outside, people drinking inside, something crazy. That way you give the fans a good experience. That way you give the crewmen and cast a good experience. Peter's all shocked. He's like, Ivan, you're renting this hotel for the entire cast and crew, like a 2-day party? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, your company's buried out. Hollywood can't afford this. Hollywood doesn't invite their whole cast and crew to a luxury hotel party. They don't do that. We have awards, and sometimes they rent like a suite for us, but it's only for the cast and like a few of the crewmen. Whereas you're inviting the entire cast and crew to this like luxury hotel party in Red Carpet. I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, your company is top notch. So you're doing your party at the luxury hotel, Ivan. That's cool. You know, that's never been done before. That's cool, Ivan. Yeah, my red carpet event's at the hotel. You know, it's something cool. Yeah. So it helped me make the calls for the luxury hotel party and the luxury hotel 2-day party, and the red carpet event. And I'll give Bergenzark Resort a good $10.1 million for the deal. If I'll ask them how much will it cost you for this. If it will cost them a bit more, maybe $1.5 million, I can give them 11.1, a bit more money. But I'm not going any higher than 11.1. I'm like, if they want like $20 million, my guys, you rip me off. I'm not going to pay you $20 million. You rip me off. I'm not going to pay you $20 million. You rip me off, guys. You think I'm stupid? I'm only renting it for 2 days. The red card event's only 4 hours. I'm not going to let you rip me off. A $10.1 deal is a good deal for 2 days. Yeah, that's a good deal. Yeah, I gave you a good deal. Realistically speaking, I should be giving you like $6 million, $5 million. I'm giving you 10.1. I'm overpaying you, man. Because they're greedy, they might try and push for more money on my guys. My final offer is $10.1 million. If you don't like it, I'll find another hotel to do the party. This is a huge opportunity for your hotel, man. This is more advertising for your hotel. Yeah, in the credits, I'm gonna say I like to thank Virgin Dark Resort for hosting the red carpet event and the party. I'm gonna have you guys part of my on the credits as my acknowledgments. I'm saying, which is more publicity for your hotel. And I want to party up at the Virgin Dark Hotel because the Virgin Dark Hotel, I heard, is the best hotel in Switzerland. It's the most top-notch hotel in Switzerland. It's a beautiful hotel, man. Luxury hotel. It's beautiful, yeah. Yeah. And then Peter will help me make the calls for the IMAX cameras. I'm going to ask Peter, what are the best cameras in Hollywood? Ivan, the IMAX camera is pretty much the best. Okay, Peter, I want to rent a good 10, 11 IMAX cameras. And Peter might even offer, Ivan, you can rent more. Ivan, why don't you rent like 20? Like, Peter, I don't want to waste money, man. I don't want to rent like 20, 27 cameras and not use half my cameras. Ivan, it's good to have backup cameras, Ivan. I mean, Peter, 11 cameras is enough. Yeah, Ivan, it's enough. You don't want to waste money, you know what I'm saying? Peter might even offer to fund some of the cameras. Ivan, I'm more than happy to take a couple $1 million of my money and fund the cameras, obviously, for a movie. I don't mind. Because he knows he'll make his money back. Because he signed this $500 million deal, he'll make his $3 million back, obviously. He might even offer, Ivan, I'm more than happy to put like $2 million of my money to fund the cameras. You know what I'm saying? To fund the cameras. Because I heard he did that. I heard he put some of his money towards funding the cameras for The Hobbit. Like, Peter, no, I don't need your money. I have my own money. Is 11 cameras enough? Ivan, 11 cameras is enough. We don't want to waste money. Yeah, if I rent 20 cameras, chances are I'm not going to use half my cameras. As most movies, when they have film scenes, they only have a good 3-4 cameras at a time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Peter, I'm gonna have 4 main cameras, 4 main shots, and everything else are all side cameras. 11 cameras is enough, Peter. 10 cameras is enough, Peter. And I'll rent the film IMAX cameras. That way you get more of the natural look, like Lord of the Rings. Peter will help me make the calls for the cameras. The drones, the camera moving stands, the gliding camera equipment, all that. The lighting, the speakers. Peter will help me make all those calls for the cameras. The lenses to update the cameras and the speakers. I'm going to update my IMAX cameras. Yeah, you help me make those calls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see Peter on the phone. Hello, this is Peter Jackson. He has his New Zealand accent, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is you know what I'm saying? This is Scotch Entertainment. We like to rent. We're calling. What kind of cameras you guys have? You know what I'm saying? You see Peter Boss. He's talking. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit, Peter knows this shit. Yeah. And Peter tells me, yeah, Ivan, I know all the best companies in Hollywood. I'm like, holy shit, Peter knows this shit. Yeah, Ivan, I have experience. I produced Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I know everything about the movie project, the movie business, Ivan. I know the whole process of making a movie. Yeah, that's why you hire him to take that stress off you. Because even though I'm talented and I'm creative, obviously, I don't have any experience. What? Doing a big budget movie. Peter Jackson has that experience. Hence why I make him the boss, and he will take that stress off me. Guillermo del Toro will take that stress off me. Fran and Barry Osmond will take that stress off me. John Favreau and Flynn will take that stress off me because they have experience in the film entertainment industry, whereas I have no experience. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, do you think you can run it? I probably could, but like I wouldn't run it as good as Peter and all of them because I don't have the experience that they have. You know what I'm saying? I'm a creative guy. I know enough about running a film entertainment industry, business, obviously. But I don't have the experience like those guys have. Hence why you hire brilliant minds to run it for you. Hence why you give Peter power. That way he takes that stress off me. I don't have to. Peter, yeah, I have nowhere, but I know all the best companies for CGI cameras, equipment for the cameras. I know all the companies that can help you out, man. You know, so I can help you write the script. When all the art departments when all the designers are creating all the stuff for the movie, obviously. They're all coming to Peter Jackson and Guillermo del Toro. He will take that stress off me. But I'm more than happy to help Peter out. I'll help him out a little bit, obviously. But Peter will take that stress from me because he has experience. He did Lord of the Rings. He did The Hobbit. He has that level of experience. He has a level of experience. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know what I'm doing. And you have George Lucas helping you with consulting. That's why you hire brilliant minds to help you out. I know what I'm doing. Hire someone who has experience. Hence why I'm afraid to direct Zayas because it's too stressing acting, directing. And I don't have any directing experience. Even though I'm very creative, I don't have directing experience. Whereas Peter has directing experience. Guillermo del Toro has directing experience. They're going to take that stress off me, you know what I'm saying? And you hire first unit directors. You hire a first unit director team and a second unit director team to help out Peter and Guillermo del Toro with all the scenes. So Guillermo del Toro will help Peter out with directing, and you have your first unit director team, second unit director team to help out Peter and all them. And I'll give, when I fly in the first unit director team and second director team the second year, I will give them Peter Jackson's notes, and I'll have them, okay, guys, I want you guys going over the whole script, the way you know the ins and outs of the story, and I want you reading Peter Jackson's notes. That way you're prepped and you can help them out. That way everyone's prepped and you guys don't wing it, man. I want you guys all prepped for the movie, man. Give I'll give Peter's notes to the second unit director team and first unit director team. That way they're all prepped and they can help Peter out with the war, with the gatherings, all that stuff. That way you get a better movie. I know what I'm doing. That way no one wings and everyone's prepped. Right, so Peter will help make the calls for the IMAX cameras, the equipment for the cameras, the camera moving lighting stands, the lighting, the speakers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Peter's like, holy shit, Ivan, you're renting IMAX cameras? I mean, Ivan, IMAX cameras are expensive, Ivan. Ivan, you don't have to rent IMAX. You can rent the Red Epic camera. Yeah, Red Epic is good, but it's not as good as IMAX, Peter. If you want to get the beautiful cinematography, the nice, beautiful wide shot, you know what I'm saying? IMAX, you have that beautiful wide shot, IMAX experience. Rent IMAX. That way you get an unheard of experience. Obviously. If you look at something on a heard of movie, you know what I'm saying? You're also gonna what? You're also gonna add in the 4K Blu-ray effect. Yeah. You have the IMAX camera, you have the $1 billion technology, and you also have the 4K Blu-ray effect. That's why you're looking at like an 8K world, a beautiful world for Zayn. It's something amazing. Ivan, you have no idea how much of an experience you're gonna, the fans are gonna get for the movie. Look at an unheard of experience, Ivan. Yeah. 4K Blu-ray. Oh my god, Peter, 4K Blu-ray. Look at something top notch, Ivan. And then he'll help me make the calls for the CGI special effects, the computer software equipment for that. So all the stuff for the CGI effects, Peter will help me. Like, Ivan, you're gonna have to call this company. Holy shit, Ivan! All the companies that Hollywood uses are in your system. Yeah. George Lucas helped me out. All the companies that Hollywood associates with for their business, for their movies, for all the stuff they use for the movies. Obviously, it's all in my computer system. And Peter just calls this company, and we rent all the best special effects technology stuff. And the people are gonna ask Peter, how much money are you putting towards special effects, by the way? Yeah, we're going to put about $400 to $430 million towards special effects. They're all shocked. Holy shit, $430 million? This is a revolutionary technology. No movie has put this much money towards special effects. This is even better than Avatar. This will blow Avatar out of the water. Yeah, it'll blow Avatar out of the water. Unheard of world, better than Pandora, except the world looks more natural. Unheard of horror, 3 times scarier than the Ring Wraiths, Pennywise the Clown, the Orcs and Lord of the Rings. That double being Annabelle, yes, demons. An action scene which is better than Helm's Deep. Two Towers, Helm's Deep War. Yeah. You're looking at an amazing movie, man. You know what I'm saying? Peter will help me make the calls for the what? For the cost, for the machines, the sewing machines, for the sewing machine equipment for creating, custom making all the costumes for all my actors. He'll help me make those calls. He'll help me make the calls for what? The tools for creating all the armor and weapons for Weta Workshop. You know, Ivan, this is the best company for creating armor and weapons. I mean, we call the company, we rent all that. We rent all it or buy it, whatever it is. We rent all the stuff, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And then Weta Workshop will be responsible for creating all the costumes, armor and weapons. Hey guys, create all the armor and weapons for all the main actors who are fighting in the movie, obviously. And then try to create as much as you can for the extras. Yeah, Ivan, we can pull off making maybe 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 armor. We can't make 25,000 armor and 50,000 armor. That's too much. Ivan. Okay, if we can't pull it off, I'll have my team call a top-notch company that has armor and weapons, and we just call a company and we rent all that or buy it. And if we buy it, the actors can keep the armor and weapons. Obviously, if we rent it, the actors can use it for the movie, and they have to return it back. That's how it's going to work. Yeah, Ivan, if Weta Workshop can't pull off making all those armor weapons, we can just rent the rest or buy the rest. Yeah, we have a big $37 budget, so more than enough. And you buy it, and it's not a problem, obviously. And it'll help me make the calls for the machines for creating the 3D print prosthetic professional mask for the demonic wolves and bats and all the extras, all the extra wolves and all the extra bats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ivan, with this money, we can rent the best masks for creating all the 3D print masks, Ivan. Like, you're looking at, like, masks much better than my Lord of the Rings movies. Lord of the Rings, they had cheaper prosthetic effects, obviously. As some of the orcs looked a bit cheesy in Mordor, obviously. In Mordor and for Return of the King. Whereas the masks I'm creating for all demonic beings, like the wolves and bats, and the extra wolves and bats are all professional like masks. Like that would be an animal picture I showed you, yeah. They look like real demons. Okay, Peter, if you want to, Ivan, if you want to pull off making like 25, if you want to pull off making like tens of thousands of masks for the wolves and bats for all these extras, you're going to have to rent like 5 machines that can print like 100 masks a day to pull it off. We want to rent like 5-6 machines. That way we have a high printing capacity every day. Every day you print a good 100, 120 masks, and in 2 years you can print your tens of thousands of masks, obviously. For all the extras and all the animal characters all the animal voice actor characters in my movie. People will help me make the call for that. He'll help me make the call for what? For the food. Obviously, right? For the food. He'll help me make the calls for the food. So we'll call the best farms. What do you think I'm serving them? My television? Like, holy shit, you're spoiling the actors and crewmen. Hollywood doesn't serve us. They serve us shittier food. I'm like, yeah. Ivan, the crewmen are going to work harder for you, and the actors are going to work harder for you to serve them that kind of food. Yeah. All you can drink milkshake, and you have like a soft drinks. All you can drink soft drinks, and you have your hamburger slides, your thin crust pizza, your poutine, your ribs, your wings, your fried rice, your salty pork, salty beef, salty chicken, sweet beef, sweet pork, sweet chicken. You know what I'm saying? Spicy beef, spicy pork, spicy chicken. You have your chicken balls and your huge salad bar. The crewmen are going to work hard for you, Ivan. You're spoiling them, yeah. And Peter will help me make the calls. For the food, I will call a farm in Switzerland. That way it's easier to ship the food, obviously. So the vending machine company, the coffee, the milkshake, all stuff, just find a company in Switzerland for that. The kitchen equipment, find a company in Switzerland for that. That way it's easier to ship everything. Whereas all the stuff, the main stuff for the movie, I'm going to call the companies in America. Because America has the best stuff for that. Don't call a fucking Switzerland, British, Canadian company for that. No, call the American company. The American company has all the best stuff for film. Because America is film, is film pretty much, right? Yeah. That's where Hollywood is. That's where all the best stuff is. Obviously. So buying all the stuff from the farms, of the eggs, the bacon, the dough, the sausages, the cheese, you know what I'm saying? The potatoes, the rice, you know what I'm saying? That's all going towards it. The soft drinks, the top-notch coffee company. Buy all the coffee, right? The French vanilla, the tea. The vending machines for the milkshake and coffee, French vanilla, and the soft drinks. We need to rent. You're going to have to rent a couple vending machines for the crewmen. If you have 1,500 crewmen, you're going to have to rent a good maybe 6 vending machines for that. 6, 7 vending machines for the drinks, the coffee, all stuff. Yes, you have to buy all the food from the farms for breakfast, dinner, and dessert. We also have to rent out kitchen equipment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot of work, obviously. Check my camera here.